Taurus, I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. Today we're going to talk about the February month ahead 2023 tarot readings, as well as talk about the astrology and see what is impacted for you this month. So Taurus, thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already liked, subscribed, given me a thumbs up, commented, really helps my channel grow. And I thank all of you who have already reached out to me. I try to read all the comments and respond, and I do value each of you. So thank you for spending some time with me. So Taurus, February is a dynamic month for the collective, especially because we open up the month with Sun squaring Uranus on February 3rd. And the Sun is in Aquarius and Uranus is in your sign. So this could be really dynamic for you all. You could get some surprise news about money, your finances, anything that has to do with your possessions. So don't be surprised if something kind of out of the blue comes to you just at the very beginning of February. Also, the interesting part about February is that we have all planets direct Taurus. So this is a really great dynamic because I feel like we are finally at this point where we can all move forward, okay? So we're going to pull 2 cards for each week of the month. You opening up with the Tower and the Wheel of Fortune. Remember I just said, don't be surprised if you have some out of the blue news come in at the beginning with that Sun squaring Uranus. That Tower and that Wheel of Fortune, something is up. That second week of the month, Taurus, you have the Emperor and you have the 3 of Cups. So that looks much more positive. By the time you get to the 3rd week, you have the World in reverse as well as Temperance. You all have a lot of major arcana cards, Taurus. So February is going to be a dynamic month for you. By the time you get to the end of the month, we have the Ace of Cups and the Page of Swords. So possibly some clarity and emotional healing by the time you get to the end of the month. So you all have a lot going on, Taurus. And it makes a lot of sense also because we are coming into, we're going to be coming into you all sun season here just in a few months here with that eclipse cycle. So really interesting that you all have so much going on in February. Okay, so let's do an overarching theme. Okay, so healing. Some type of healing is going on this month, Taurus. This could be you, back in October, November, when we did have that Taurus full moon, there was and that Scorpio new moon eclipses, there was definitely a lot of energy around you all trying to find your way. I feel like Taurus and Scorpio, especially during your eclipse cycles of 18 months, there is this healing that really needs to take place because there's just so many energies and karmic cycles ending, beginning, getting more clarity. So I really feel like this is positive for you all. And I say that because you're opening up the month, Taurus, with that Tower and Wheel of Fortune. And since this Tower is in reverse, there is this sense like this is like a welcomed Tower, meaning like oftentimes when we get the Tower card, it's some kind of big event or something is taken out of our lives that was no longer needed. But for some reason, this is feeling like you actually welcome it. This could be a bad relationship is finally over. This could be a job that was sucking the life out of you is completely done, you're moving on. And it feels like with that Wheel of Fortune right next to it, that first week of February, Venus squaring Mars on the 4th and that Leo full moon on the 5th, I feel like you're going to get some type of clarity around what it is that you need to leave behind. And that Wheel of Fortune is going to come in and bring something out of the blue that you were not expecting. And I said that before I even laid down the cards with that Sun squaring Uranus, especially because Uranus is in you all sign. So I really feel like that first few weeks of the month, Taurus, just be on your toes, okay? By the time we get to that second week of February, Mercury exits retrograde shadow on the 7th. Mercury moves into Aquarius on the 11th. So the Emperor is that Mars ruling, get out there and go energy, and then you're celebrating some type of triumph. And I feel like that Three of Cups is going to be very well welcomed after you had that kind of turbulent start to the month. But I really feel like that healing that I was talking about over here with that Three of Swords, that's what this is. I feel like you now, you know, lace up your shoes and you're like, I can do this now. Like, I am no longer worried about whatever this tower was, whether it was your job, a relationship, something that needed to end. You're now celebrating and you're having this really triumphant kind of like return back to who you are with that Leo full moon. So I think that's going to be really welcomed, Taurus. By the time you get to the third week of February, you have the Sun conjunct Saturn on the 16th. Sun moves into Pisces on the 18th, and Venus moves into Aries on the 20th, along with the Pisces Super New Moon. So at that time, Taurus, it really looks like some type of endings between the World, the Tower, the Wheel of Fortune, the Emperor, and now Temperance. There is this change of where is it that you're focusing too much energy? Where is it that you haven't had enough patience? And the universe is telling you, you may not be done with a cycle, but they want you to start thinking of how to move forward, how to move on in a really healthy way and not keep stressing over, you know, waiting for the other shoe to drop, as they say. And by the time you get to that fourth week, Taurus, this is really beautiful energy. It's almost like you're now ready to like start anew. This like the universe has given you this Ace of Cups, which means your intuition is going to be on point. You're going to have angel voices in your head, in your dreams. Pay attention to those if you can. People that you come in contact with, someone's going to be bringing you a really important message, and that message is going to be stemming around how to heal from this Three of Swords. So overall, Taurus, I think this is going to be an interesting month for you all. I think that it's going to have a lot of twists and turns that you weren't expecting, especially opening up the month with the Tower and the Wheel of Fortune. But I feel by the time you end the month, you're glad that it did happen. I feel like that Tower and Wheel of Fortune were well welcomed, okay? All right, Taurus, do take a look at your sun, moon, and rising signs in this video playlist, and I'll talk to you later.